Chat, I hope this music isn't too much. Usually I would prefer something a bit more chill, but Pretzel gets weirdly restrictive sometimes about which stations I can play, which genres of music they'll let me pick from. And if I leave it on the same station for too long, it's like it just starts to loop a couple of the same tracks over and over again. Now I'm stuck with this EDM stuff, but I need something a bit lively tonight, right? We're going to try and get through this. We're now almost halfway through December. We're approaching the midway point of the month, and it's getting challenging. Welcome to the show. This is Club Corbie. I'm John Porter. I'm the creator of the comic book series Kevin Morgan Corbie, and the website you see behind me is readcmc.com. It's the official Corbie website. If you go to the comics page, I'm going to do the spiel. I always do the spiel by telling you where you can get issue 1 of Corbie. If the page will load, I'm clicking on the link and nothing's happening. It's that kind of day. Okay. Corbie issue 1, the remastered and expanded edition, came out in mid-October to commemorate the 5th anniversary of the digital publication of the original version of Corbie issue 1. It is, as the title would suggest, expanded, remastered. It is bigger, better, badder, cooler than the original version, and you can get it in PDF or CBZ formats for your e-reader or tablet device or whatever you want to read it on. You can get it on the Teespring Corbie merch store. You can get it through Ko-fi. You can get it from Oh, I flubbed it. You can get it on Gumroad. You can get it from Drive-Thru Comics. You can get it on Kobo. And if you are a Kobo Plus subscriber, you can get it at no extra charge. You can get it from Google Play. You can get it on Amazon for your Kindle, and you can read it on Global Comics as well. I have to do that spiel at the start of every stream, and I'm always trying to do like a flawless read through, right? Because I've done it so many times and think with practice I can do it without even thinking about it. But I managed to still stumble over where words are starting. I'm a little bit disappointed. Issues 2 through 4. You can read it for now, the old versions for free at no extra charge. No charge at all, in fact. They're free to read on my website. Today we're going to be working on the same page of the issue 2 remastered that we've been chipping away at for a while now. Music is a bit too much, but I need something that's a bit lively because I'm just a bit... I don't know if I want to say I'm a bit down today. I'm just a bit like downtrodden, you know what I mean? It's like we can get into it, but I'm just it's dark. It's really cold. It's tough to get much done at all today, but I'm trying to fight through it. I want to keep streaming and not miss as many days. Like last week, I only got to stream a couple of days of the week. I really want to do better this week and be more consistent. So I'm gonna jump over and get right into it. So, right, we're working on this page. This is page 10 of the remaster, and these 4 panels are mostly done now. There's not much. I can do a little bit of tweaking on them, but this whole scene where Sadie gets pulled into the supply room by the IC is all mostly there, right? So let's shut that off. We'll shut off the colours. We're going to be on tonight, I think, until, if I can manage it, we're going to be on tonight until about 11:30. We're going to do hour 1, 8:30 to 9:30. Our art session, hour 2, we're just going to chat for a bit, and then hour 3, we're going to play a little bit of Sailor Moon on the Super Nintendo. I had to just try and pick a game I thought we could do just as like a one-off session just for fun. We're not trying to complete it or anything. So I thought, well, that would do. It's a fun little game that I've played before, so I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I think it's still going to be, I'll still find it kind of challenging. Okay, let me try and find which layers we're actually going to need. Okay, that's the old layer. I need the new art. I've confused myself. Okay, now it gets more confusing. Why is the new art for the first layer not... Nah, forget about that. I'll just re-add it. But anyway, we do need the old art in the background so we can see what we're doing. Okay, right. We've talked a little bit about this, how this scene plays out, and it's one of the more the darker scenes I think that's happened in Corbie so far is Sadie getting taken into the supply room, or yanked out of the supply room, you know, roughed up a bit before Karen steps in as Corbie and returns the favour from when the same thing happened to her back in issue 1. Spoiler alert. Hey, the old issue 2 is up for free. Like I said, you can still go read it anytime you want, and it's been there for almost 5 years now, so it's... I'm not revealing any shocking new details, okay? The way that I'm doing this just now is I'm avoiding doing the heads just now, because that's going to be the element of the panel that's going to need the most reworking. So I'm kind of trying to just go around and do everything else, cover as much ground as I can. I always talk about covering ground when you're working on any piece. I think it's the more that you can see that you've achieved on the page, if you see what I mean, the more stuff you actually have that, you know, down on the canvas, visible to you, the more encouraging I think it is. So it's good very often to you know, just get in there, just get your pen moving and worry about the little details later on. Yeah, you can always go back and refine things later. Sometimes you have to play like little psych games with yourself, you know what I mean, to just ensure that you stay motivated. Chat, maybe this music is a bit much. Let's change it. Let's see. Can't imagine listening to this for at least 2 hours before we get into a game session. Try something else. On the other hand, I don't want it to be too laid back as well. I don't want the stream to seem dull for anybody who's, you know, just joining us for the first time. You may notice, chat, that I have changed some of the information you see on screen now. So I just want to have a more clear sort of delineation between the different segments of the stream. I think it's very useful to be able to see, again, for people coming in who don't watch the whole stream. And I know that every segment isn't going to be interesting to everybody, right? Just because we do such a variety of different things at this point. I feel like it's good to have that signpost as to where we are in the stream and what's coming up. And it also means for the VODs when those are on YouTube later on, I think it's helpful to people to be able to see who, you know, skip to the parts of the stream that they want to see. And to be able to see this is where the art section is, this is where the chatting section is, and so on. Okay. This is a really... This shows you like the degree of minutiae that I have to deal with this comic sometimes. Sadie's blazer here has 2 buttons showing on this side, and I'm pretty sure that's not like visually consistent with how the blazer art is normally drawn. I'm sure normally I just do it with 1 button there. I will iron that out in time, right? That's going to be one of these things. It's going to be like a little visual quirk. How does the arrangement of the buttons in the blazer, how is it supposed to work on the official Annadale school uniform? I don't know. I should know after years of working on this comic. I'll figure it out at some point. Spinning the canvas around trying to find where it should be at, and I'm entirely on the wrong part of the page. There we go. So chat, it has not been the most productive day ever, and I feel like that's been a trend. Of course, you know, last week I was just a bit, again, I want to avoid using the word sick, because I wouldn't even go so far as to say I was sick. I was just like run down under the weather. I didn't get much done, and that definitely slowed down, I think, the amount of work that I could get done on this page. And it's hampered my ability to get a lot of things done. Like I wanted to get the Birdy Bulletin, our monthly newsletter, out as well. I really wanted to do it at the beginning of the month, and it hasn't happened because I just have not had the time to commit to writing up a whole newsletter, you know, on top of the work I'm doing on the actual comic itself, and I just feel like I'm falling further and further behind. I really want to have all of the old pages of issue 2 redone by the end of the year, let's say. And it's still possible, but with every day that passes, we're getting, you know, the likelihood of that actually happening is getting more and more remote, I would say. And I'm just still in a position at the moment where I think I've kind of ended up with a backlog of stuff that needs to be done, especially as a result of, like I said, just being a bit under the weather last week. And I've just been like neglecting a bunch of things I need to do. And we talk a lot on stream about like seasonal depression and all that kind of stuff, and that can manifest itself in a lot of different ways, and beyond the obvious thing of like, oh, I'm so sad, or all that kind of thing. So I've not been feeling like that. I have been, I think, just like not taking care of myself, and sometimes that can be like that kind of depression can manifest itself in those kinds of ways as well. Where it's like you kind of, you know, you have stuff to do, and it's like, even if you kind of want to do it, you also feel like, I'd rather not. So, like, I just have a bunch of stuff that's piling up around the house, so just house duties to do. I need to do, and if I don't do them, nobody else is going to do them. So I've got stuff I need to take care of. I need to take care of myself as well, you know that, and it's just been slow today, I guess. Hopefully tomorrow, well, even just once I'm done with stream today, I can go and take care of some of that stuff. I would say me being a night owl as well is a really bad thing at this time of year, and does not help, like in terms of like with my issues with not getting enough sunlight, you know. If I was a morning person, it would be a lot better, because I could actually be up when the sun comes up and get like exposure to sunlight. If I'm more akin to like, you know, sleeping in or whatever, then that sort of thing is really bad for me at this time of year. So I kind of need to, just need to work on that, I think. Like, I'm a machine at night, so I can get so much done, more so than during the day. For whatever reason, I've always been like that. But right now it's really working against me. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to stream tonight, because I think part of this is also I've just been getting like overwhelmed with everything. Like the amount of stuff I have to do even just to get organised for us to do the live stream, and the length of the stream, and the amount of other stuff I have to do on top of that as well is it's all just like it's a lot to consider. So I'm trying to manage it all. I'm doing my best. You just gotta power through it, chat. That was kind of what I said before I started the stream tonight. I said, John, you'll feel better once you actually, you know, are on air and you're in the process of doing it. And it also means you'll get to work on the speech a little bit more. Okay. I do keep one eye on my PNG tuber model as well, by the way, because it crashed like 2 or 3 times before we even got started with the stream tonight. But if it locks up at any point, I won't be surprised. I put that in the vocal track. I get really bugged by somebody singing behind me while I'm talking. Okay, I need to not do too much detail in here actually, because as I say, I wanted to just bring Maxine's elbow, or her forearm in fact I should say. I suppose forearm and the elbow down a bit. Change the angle slightly. Okay, right. I think we can go in and start to get to work on the hand now. I can hear it raining outside. Chat, we've had an unreasonable amount of grey, rainy days here recently. It feels like it's rained for 40 days and 40 nights, and not continuously. Oh, I've frozen, haven't I? Hold on a sec. Okay. There we go. Is that better? There we go. Okay. What was I saying, chat? Yeah, it feels like it's been for 40 days and 40 nights. Not continuously, but like we haven't had a good day of sunshine in forever. I had laundry. I needed to get outside and just I've not had the opportunity to put it out because I can go look at my weather app and I can see there's more rain coming every day. More rain coming. There's never been a dry. We haven't had a dry day in maybe like a week and a half. We're not consistently dry day anyway. So eventually I was just like, I've got to hang this stuff up in the house. For now anyway, maybe tomorrow it'll be nicer and then I can take it all outside. I was complaining earlier about the fact we had the vocal track going in the background. I'm just gonna let this one play out. Hopefully it's not too distracting. That's the same track we just had. Are we going in circles here? Betslot is really working my last nerve in terms of just give me some nice music to play in the background, you know, and don't give me all these restrictions and limitations. I don't feel like it used to be like this. I feel like I used to just be able to, when we were doing streams in years past, I could just put it on and play the music, and if something came on and it was not to my taste, I could just hit skip, you know. We're going to the next thing, whereas now it feels like they're imposing so many weird like restrictions to try and get me to go premium, right? I don't want to go premium. I'm Scottish. I'm not gonna pay for something without a fight if I can get it for free. If there's a free version, they will have to make it absolutely useless before I consider pointing up the door. And even then, I probably won't point up the door. I'll probably just jump to some other service instead, right? And some other method of adding background music to the stream. The enshittification of Pretzel, that's what it is, right? Just like every, you know, online platform or app or website or whatever, you know, social media site, they all go, you know, they all pursue profits at the expense of how can we squeeze every penny and just make our product worse and worse and worse in order to chase profits. I guess Pretzel is no exception to that. Anyway. I think I need to get a sip of something. As I say, chat, I'm acutely aware that I'm still a little bit run down, just a smidge. Nowhere near as bad as I was this time last week, so you know that's good. As long as you're getting better, you're not getting worse, right? But you're moving in the right direction. But I'm definitely having to like power through a bit tonight. You know, I'm a little bit low energy, and go on the cold down here as well. I did put the heater on just before we started the stream, but I should have done it even sooner while I was setting everything up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get through tonight's stream, and then I'm going to, for the first time perhaps ever, I'm going to have an early night tonight. I think, you know, a bit of self-care would go like a long way at this point. Okay, I'm really skirting around the issue of not wanting to do other heads because I know it's going to be that challenging, and it's going to be the most difficult and time-consuming element of doing this entire panel. And you know, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the stream about covering as much ground as you can as quickly as you can, and also, you know, just the idea of easy wins. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I guess it ties back to everything I've been talking about some days it's just tougher to get things done, and it really I should redesign these glasses to be closer to the way that I do them now. Right, what I was talking about was easy wins. Yeah, when you're dealing with a big project, and we know that working on this comic is a big project, right? There's a lot to manage. The script elements, the sort of the drawing elements, pulling it all together, all that stuff. And some days what you're capable of is more than what you're capable of other days, if that makes sense. Some days you have more energy and more time available to you, and there's just more that you can do on that particular occasion. And on other days, not so much, right? Maybe you just have other commitments, or you just aren't feeling up to it. That's kind of what I've been going through, right? You just try and do what you can with the time you have available to you, and kind of try to think about, like, for me, a lot of I very often stumble into like paralysis, where I think I'm not going to start drawing now because I only have like 20 or 30 minutes, right? I'm not going to be able to get an awful lot done in that time, especially, you know, with how slow I am as an artist. But you know, there can still be things that you can do, and maybe it's not even like an art thing, right? Maybe there's like other elements of the project, or just other things that you can do that you can think of that would be a small thing that you could easily do and check it off the list. Like, for example, I had this last night. Like I said, I stayed up too late last night, but I kind of wanted to stay up a little bit longer. And I said, well, I don't want to start working on a new panel, this particular panel that we're doing now, right? I didn't want to begin work on it just after spending so long working on the previous one. I needed to change gears, but I did want to stay up a little bit longer, so I'm like, well, what can I do? And I just started thinking about little tasks that I had that were on my to-do list that had just sort of gotten lost in the shuffle. There were a couple of some things on the website that I needed to update. I noticed there were a couple of little weird typos, and there was like an outdated link to a video as well. And I'm like, I need to go in there and fix those things. It was always like, I'll get around to it. It's been like that for a couple of days now. So I thought I can do that. And the other thing that I wanted to do was I needed to go onto YouTube and update the descriptions and add all the recent editions of Club Kirby to the playlist. There is a playlist on the YouTube site. You might not be aware of this if you're watching on Twitch, but if you go to my YouTube channel, which is John Porter CMC, then you can look on, there's a playlist link in there, and it's just called Club Kirby live streams, and it has not all of our live streams, but it has some of the recent ones that I'm getting better at making sure that they all get added after the show, right? The VODs are also on Twitch for a couple of days after they go up, but because I'm a small streamer, which has decided that my VODs are not worth the space, right? Like, I think if you're affiliate or partner, then you can, your VOD stay up for a month, 30 days. If you're not affiliate or partner, you get 7 days, so that's not great. So where I can, try and make sure that I go in and add everything to the playlist. So what I was getting to was I had to go in and update, add all the videos to the playlist, and it's something that I need to do, you know, regularly. But I kept putting it off. I did that last night, and it was just a little task, right? Just something that I could go in and do. And it didn't take a super long time at all, really. Once I actually made myself do it. I always have like a bunch of those little minor tasks as well, and they're the things that I can check off, right? And again, it's like easy wins. And like I said, just with the way things are just now, it's just like I'm trying to take any kind of win that I can get. Anything like that I can check off is positive or forward momentum, if you will. Okay. How are we doing for time? We've still got about 12 minutes for we end hour 1. And then hour 2, we'll get into it. But hour 2, we're going to start off at least by doing something somewhat art related. So it's kind of like hour 1's the art stream. Hour 2 today will be kind of chatting, but also a little bit of art stream, okay? Sort of. It'll make sense once we get to it. Okay, I need to switch the new art off for a second. That heater's still on. Let me switch that on. I'll go back to the old art. Oh, okay. I can never figure out what the detail was. Hold on, let me get old red. I feel very strongly I need to like explain myself, right? So I'm not just rambling. So it's clear what I'm talking about. Right, so the way that this panel is set up, so Ruby and Josie are each are pulling one of Sadie's arms back, and I couldn't figure out what any of this purple area in the back was, but it's actually it's Josie's blazer, and it's just she's rotated. Okay, so it wasn't immediately obvious when I was looking at them. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to add in Josie's back details as well. I've not taken that into consideration, just add that in. So it's difficult just now because I've not got any of the heads in place, so until I do, I'm just sort of guessing where all the elements are going to be in place. It's all a little bit awkward because this is not the way that I normally do things. Normally, I start off with the heads and then we'll develop from there. At least if I'm redoing a piece of art like this, right? But today we're doing things a little bit differently. Okay, what we'll do is start with do a little bit of work on Josie's head, Josie's face, just to kick things off. We're not going to get a lot done tonight because we only have about 5 minutes before we move on to segment 2. I don't know this feeling in my head. Wish it was happiness. Yeah, I got some guys singing in my ears. But like the monster in my bed, I have instrumental check that should only be playing me songs that do not have vocals. Let's do it anyway. Okay, there we go. Issues with the art in the old version of the comic is that the eyes are often a bit too big. Relative to the size of the faces. So that's probably going to be the case here, but I can always adjust it right, until I get it exactly the way that I want it. Or get them the way that I want them, I should say. The eyes. Plural. Okay, I'm really just running at the clock at this point. I don't expect that we're going to get much more. Let's pull the nose down a little bit. I feel like I'm a little bit guilty of the way that I've been drawing the noses lately. I'm giving pretty much everybody but except for maybe Corinne. Yeah, Corinne has a very distinctive nose shape compared to everybody else. I feel like all the other characters ending up with basically the same. I'm going to come back to it, but I'm going to talk about same face syndrome. I know you think the art stream is over. Almost. And it is. Well. We'll see what's coming up in hour 2. Okay. I just feel like I don't know if it's out of laziness or what. I just think I should be giving more thought to trying to make the noses of each character just a bit more distinctive as part of trying to avoid same face syndrome and just having everybody just look like the same character with different hair, which is what I don't want. Also, really, I'm sure I was conscious of that when I was designing the 3 members of the IC, and I wanted to make sure that they didn't look, that you could at least tell who was who, just from the faces. So, hence, Josie has a distinctive scar across her cheek here. Maxine has dimples, and Ruby's just Ruby. Ruby doesn't have any unusual blemishes or anything like that because she's supposed to be a super photogenic one. Yeah. It's kind of part of her character and who she is. Okay, that is about as much as we're going to get done with the art portion of the stream before we move on. Okay, you know what? It's all good, it's all work. Still have a little bit of work to do here. I do have I'm not going to have to work too much more on the line art here. I do have to do the colours afterwards. And then the panel after that is going to be the most challenging of all, because as I talked about before, should I get the red pen out? I know the art stream's supposed to be over, but we'll just wrap it up here. I'm just going to show you like what we need to do, right? Or what my problems are. Okay, right. Too much dead space here. The speech bubble is actually about here, I think, in the final issue. So I kind of was trying to, and there's some SFX, sound effects, text up there as well, but it's too much dead space here and here. It needs to be just focused on the characters. We don't need anything else in the panel, right? Everybody's too stiff, or too straight up and down. Except for Sadie. Sadie's actually alright, but this whole, the whole composition here of this panel is junk. There you go. I'm allowed to be critical of my own work, okay? especially since we're gonna fix it for the remastered version. So there you go. Right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go get something to drink, chat, because I'm not gonna lie to you. This has been a bit physically challenging to stream tonight. I am a bit run down. I've not been taking care of myself in terms of getting enough sleep or anything like that. Or at least not maintain like a healthy sleep schedule, let's put it that way. I'm probably not hydrated enough, and these are like things I need to be very conscious about. I've got to be working on. So we'll get something to drink, and then I will be back with you, and we will begin hour 2 of the stream. I don't know where anything is. I'm running out completely. No, but I will be right back. Yes, we are back. We're still in Krita. Even though Archstream is supposed to be over. Well, Archstream for today is over, but it kind of also isn't, so. I saw this on Threads chat. I'm going to admit something about Threads, which is I'm starting to find it to be quite Moorish in the way that quite addictive in the way that Twitter used to be. It does feel like people, more and more people are coming onto it all the time. It's like Mastodon. I'm still a Mastodon guy. I'm still a Fediverse guy, first and foremost. But I will admit that I'm kind of hooked on Threads at the moment, right? I'm not posting enough on Threads because of all the stuff we talked about with like my workload and stuff. But I do for myself like refreshing Threads throughout the day. And I saw this meme. I don't know if you would say it's a meme, but a template going around, and artists quote tweeting it. And I started looking at it and I'm going, oh yeah, check. And then I thought, you know what, I could do this on stream. We can go through them all. And just talk about like bad habits that I have and that I don't have. And I think I can, I don't know, I think maybe I can get a bingo in this, let's see. Right? So we're just going to go over them at a time. Okay, right. I could mine this for content, you know. I could do like a whole, what is this? That's like a month's worth of content just talking about every single one of these. As like a topic during the mainstream, but yeah, starting off with ASLK DJ FLK.png. Okay, so in other words, in reference to when you're working on files and you just don't bother to give them like a correct title, you know, for reference when you go to save them. Very often, I will say I do not do this super often, but sometimes I just will, because I just occasionally, because I just don't know where I'm going to put. I have too. It can come down to a number of things. One of them is having too many different iterations of a file going at once, or you need too many different versions for different reasons, or something like that. And sometimes you just need to like fire one off to like have ready to upload somewhere, you know, or for just you're only going to need it temporarily, or something like that. So yeah, I do that. What I do is maybe I wouldn't do like random letters like that, but what I will do is I'll just name something WIP and save it on my desktop, and it's like that's not really useful, and I should just name it what it is, right? So do I have this habit? I would say yes, just about. Yeah, I would say what I do qualifies as that. I know when I was compiling the files for the remastered version of CORBIE issue 1, I was definitely having some issues like that, where it's like I ended up with so many different versions of every page. For the different formats and that we were doing and so on. Not to mention all the different stages that the comic goes through before it's ready to be finalized. And then it's like it got to the point where it's like every ebook store has its own like list of how they want you to format everything. So I ended up with like multiple folders and multiple like thumbnails that I needed to use for every storefront and things like that. So. And yeah, and then as you go on, you just end up being like, screw it, and you just stop caring about what the files are called. Or you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to use this again, so you don't care. So yeah. Okay, rambled a bit about that one, but okay, so right, this one. Thinks using references is cheating. No. as someone who's been doing this for a long time, I had it developed into me pretty early on. Using references is good. And it's like necessary to improve like your artwork. I mean, I'm a man of some age. I don't like to talk about it. I feel like it's a sore point to talk about on stream. It's like, man, I've been doing this for a long time, but it's like, as somebody who is, as we say, an ex-millennial now, right? So I've been, you're going back like 20 plus years now, and when I was in my early 20s, I remember reading somebody online talking about like advice for artists to improve. So when I was like still a relatively young artist at that point, right? And one of the things they're saying is, no, have reference files, refer to them, use them. Nobody knows how to draw everything. It's good to have that in hand. And the old masters of comics, the people that I admire, going back to like the Silver Age of comics, you know, 60s, 70s, and into the 80s, they all had like swipe files, as they called them, a big filing cabinets worth of references and things like that that they used to say, well, what does this particular type of car look like, or this type of helicopter, whatever, right? No, it's absolutely fine to use references. It's not cheating. It's a separate thing from tracing. It's totally different. So definitely, I think people should be over that by now. I can't use references because it's cheating. That's silly. Don't be like that. Okay, right. There shouldn't be a debate. That's what I'm saying. Okay, next one. 1 million work in progresses. No, I don't think I'm really guilty of this. I do always have a couple of different files and things that I'm like, oh, maybe I'll start like a one-off piece or something, and I'll come back to it one day. But it's never really something that's like prominent. Like I said, I only have like 1 or 2, certainly not a million. Even if we're talking just exaggeration, I don't have like a million work in progresses. What I have is a million pages that I need to get through for every issue of CORBIE, right? And I need to do them one at a time, and I do them in sequence, and it's like I know what I'm doing. So this one I'm not really guilty of either, so I'm gonna say no to that one. What I do have is sometimes things that I want to go back and fix up, that pieces that were considered completed, but I'd like to redo them. I think that's different. Okay, right. Next one is comes up with ideas, does nothing. No, I wouldn't say I do nothing. It's like, and I'm always just working so frantically. It's like I can't say does nothing really. It's more like, for me, it's more like has a lot of ideas and just works too slowly to be able to realize them to the extent I want to. Okay, I'm gonna say no to that. Right, this one, next one. Forgot to sleep / eat / etc. Yes, and not only in an artistic capacity, but also just in like a creative capacity in general. I've talked about when I was doing Turtlethon, I was guilty of this. Where I would spend an afternoon like writing a Turtlethon entry, and just get so absorbed in what I was doing and trying to make it just perfect, and refine and revise everything and just get everything on the page that I wanted to. And then it's like I didn't notice that the sun had come down and I've been sitting in the dark for 3 hours, right? So, and I do that with CORBIE sometimes as well. Sometimes I just get so absorbed, it's like I'm too busy wanting everything to be just right, and I'm like, I know I can get this right if I just keep going. And then it's like you've just been sitting in place for the last 4 hours. So yeah, absolutely, that one, I'm guilty of that one. Okay, right. We're going top to bottom, left to right. The urge to draw in the most inconvenient times. I feel like this one is like the intent here is like if you're out and about and it's like, oh, I have to get this idea down on paper or something. I need to get this down in my... I need to transcribe this immediately, that sort of thing. In that sense, no. We did talk earlier on stream about how it's like I'm too much of a night owl. and like that can be really unhealthy in a lot of ways, but I don't think that's what they're referring to here, so I'm going to say no in regards to that one. Hunched over desk like a gremlin. Well, I would say no, because very often what I'll do is, it's like I prefer not be at my desk to develop. I prefer just, I'd rather sit on the couch usually and just be comfortable, or anywhere that I'm comfy really. But if anything, I'm just reluctant to actually be at my desk, so I'm going to say no to that one. Do I have good posture when I'm drawing? I would say no, but not in that specific way, so I'm going to say no to that one. Right. Forget own art style. I'm going to say no. No, I think if you work in comics enough, I try to spend I spend a lot of time trying to make sure that details are consistent from panel to panel, right? But I don't think my art style really changes, so I'm going to say no to that one. Right, next one is nearly finishes piece, hasn't saved the entire time. Yes, absolutely this one, yes. But maybe not in the most literal sense, like I will save early on, but then it's like I go 45 minutes without saving, and we've seen this happen on stream where sometimes Critter will just die on me. And then I lose like 15 minutes of work, because that's the last, it's been 15 minutes since it last auto saved, so that could happen right now. In fact, we're working Critter right now as we're checking these off, in which case I'll have to go back and re-add them. Yeah, I'm really guilty of that. It's a lot. It's not as bad nowadays, because even Photoshop has like autosave now. When I started out working in Photoshop in the earlier versions, like the pre-Creative Cloud versions, didn't have autosave. And for years everybody was like, why does Photoshop not autosave? Why does it? Yeah, and I create a piece now in Photoshop and it just like crashes on me. Why is it still like that? And it was like a mystery for years. It's like they just, for some reason they could not introduce that feature, but eventually they did. So it's not as big of a deal nowadays, I don't think. I guess it depends on what application you use. I'm definitely going to check that one out. Right. How blue do we get on this stream? Am I allowed to say the F word? Sometimes I feel like this is a family friendly stream, and other times I feel like it just inadvertently ends up being a non-family friendly stream. Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. We're past the watershed when you can still say it. Fuck. Wrong layer. I apologise to any any kid listening to the stream, okay? Do I draw in the wrong way? Yes, all the time. All the time. And this relates to the next one that's on the list, but if you don't name your layers and you get confused, or you're just like caught up in the moment, you know? And you're jumping back and forth between the layers. We had that page that we were working on of issue 2 a couple of weeks ago, and it had like 99 layers, and it was absurd. When you get to that kind of point, it's almost inevitable that you're going to end up putting the wrong element on the wrong layer at some point. So I'd say the easiest way to not end up drawing the wrong layer is to not have too many layers, of course, but then you can kind of end up limiting yourself as well. So yeah, definitely wrong layer, absolutely, do that all the time. One of the most frustrating ones on this list so far, I would say. Sometimes you can salvage it because you can go back in and just like cut and paste the bits out and put it onto the right layer. You'll see me do that sometimes on stream as well. Right, hang into the next one, which is doesn't name layers. Yeah, if you're watching me on stream tonight, you would have just seen me do that, and it's like sometimes I will start off with the best of intentions. I will start off at the beginning of a project or working on a page, I will go, this is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, or name them what they are, right? And then later on, it's like, as you get towards the end of a project and you're just trying to get to the finish line, it becomes like, just make a layer, I don't care what it's called, blah 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 blah, and you're just firing off new layers just to get things down on the screen. So yeah, doesn't name layers, absolutely. I'm really bad about that. So I would just take my time and be more diligent. I could be better on that now. Oh, here's my personal favourite, too hard on self. Yes, absolutely. You just saw me in the previous section, I just said that last panel on the page that we're working on is trash, and I'm like, I can say that because it's mine. I don't even need to really go into like a lot of explanation with that, do I? It's like, yeah, I'm really difficult with myself all the time, and I'm always pushing myself to do more. Okay, right. Next one. Saves 100 tutorials and uses none. I would say yes, but kind of deliberately. It's like, I don't expect to use every tutorial that I'm gonna save. Save a lot of stuff on Pinterest, art tutorials and things like that. I have a whole drawing reference board. And if I see something that's just like a neat way of doing things, or a technique that I think is cool or whatever, I'll just put it in my drawing reference, or my drawing reference board, and I'll just say save, and it's like, maybe someday I'll come back to it. And also on Instagram as well, I'll save a lot of stuff there as well, or bookmark it. Yeah, that's one thing I feel, but I guess I never thought about it, but when I closed my Twitter account, it's like I must have lost years worth of bookmarks that I guess I don't have anymore. That's a shame. But yeah, definitely that one. Okay. Yeah. Backgrounds, don't know them. If anything, I would say early on in making comics, I was guilty of putting in too many backgrounds, and I had to learn the hard way. It's like, you don't put a background in every, and all, it just slows you down. Use them in a very deliberate fashion to establish a scene so that the reader knows where they are. I guess this only applies to comics, but if you're doing pinups and things, it's different. But I'm thinking from a comic creator perspective. Use backgrounds to establish a scene where it's relevant to what's happening and it's required, you know, and only then. No, I'm not going to say. I'm going to leave that one blank or not checked. Okay, right. Where's my pen / stylus? I got two in front of me, but you would not believe the number of times every day that I pick up the pen, put it back down just momentarily, and then I'm like, "Where's my pen?" And then I'll just be like, I'll be on me. I'll be like sort of like lying on me, or it's just like sitting right. It's like right under my nose someplace, and it's like, how can you not see this, John? How can you not see it? It's right there. So I've actually got two pens. You can't see them, but I've got two pens that I'm holding. I had two that I got with my XP pen display, and I like to try and keep them. They have to be charged. They use a USB cable to charge them. I like to try and make sure that one's always in reserve and is charged, so that I'm never in a position where like I'm on stream or something and one of them dies. Obviously, that's a bad position to be in. If the other one's always there in backup, then that's not so bad. But yeah, happens all the time. We had a disastrous thing. This was before I got the pen display. I just used an Intuos, and I plugged into my laptop most of the time. We had a disastrous thing happen at Christmas where the pen just vanished, and I had family visiting at the time. I think it was just my brother was here at the time, and came down one morning and I was like, I can't find my stylus anywhere, and we were both like tearing up. I think it might have been Boxing Day, or it was definitely after Christmas, and we were tearing it, the whole like living room apart, trying to find my Intuos stylus. Couldn't find it. Looked everywhere, and because it was Christmas time, we had like wrapping paper and junk, all that kind of stuff everywhere. We were like, did it get something away with the junk that we put in the rubbish or something? It's like, you know, and we just had to accept it. It's like, your stylus is gone, John. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. So months later, after we ordered a new stylus, I'm just rooting around, and there was a little table at the time where my hi-fi was, and I was just reaching, I was trying to find like a cable or something. I was looking for something else entirely. Months go by, and I just put my hand under to see, is there a cable under there? And I feel something, and I'm like, it's my stylus. It's my damn stylus. I thought it was forever at Christmas time. So it turned up. Have I gone through? Have I frozen again? Oh. Hold on a sec. I am still here. Yeah. I'm getting real tired of having to regenerate every 5 to 15 minutes. Okay. So yeah, I lose my stylus all the time. I'm really absent-minded like that. What I thought about doing at one point was, actually just like tying it around my neck. Just put a bit of string on it. And just let it dangle there, and it's like that way I'd always know where it is. So it's the worst thing because it's not like if you're a digital artist and you do have a specific stylus for your device, and you lose it. You know, like when you're working with pencils, like it's easy to get another pencil. When you're working digitally, it's like if you lose it, it's like when that can be like a financial outlay. I don't know how much. I'm not one of these iPad people. I don't know how much an Apple Pencil costs now, but I last time I checked, they were pretty expensive, right? Okay, 100 empty sketchbooks. Yeah, absolutely. Or if not empty sketchbooks, usually it's like 2 or 3 pages in, and then it's like I'm done with them. It's like I just forget about them. Now again, going back to it, kind of ties into what I was just saying about being a digital artist. The difference between being a digital artist and an offline artist, I guess, a traditional artist. I pretty much transitioned almost completely now to being all digital. But in the past I had loads of different sketchbooks that I used to do character designs, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm not really good about filling them. I've never been really disciplined about filling up my sketchbooks, things like that. I was gifted a couple of months ago now a really nice notepad. This is kind of related, right? This isn't entirely art related, I guess, but a really nice notepad with like crows on the cover. Or was it ravens? I haven't looked at it in that long, that's a problem. I said I was going to use it to make notes of my progress and whatever I was doing about in relation to CORBIE and that kind of stuff. I was going to journal what I was doing every day so that I had like a record of what I worked on, and I could look back on my progress and what I was thinking that day. And I kind of feel like maybe that's a bit redundant because that's almost like what we do with Club CORBIE, right? It's like I come on here, I'm on stream, I talk about what I'm doing. So it's kind of like I've got a better record of that, really. I could just go back to the archive on YouTube, I suppose. But at one point I was really like, I'm going to keep a record of everything that I do. I felt like it was very important to do that because I have that in writing somewhere, just because having thought through what you're doing, I think it's one, and being able to articulate it is probably one of the things that's going to separate us from being replaced by auto-generated slush, right? It's like actually being able to say that I did this and these are the reasons that I did it. But that's kind of, I guess it's like a separate thing, right? That's more like journaling I'm talking about rather than sketchbooks. So do I have 100 empty sketchbooks? Yes. Or at least partially empty sketchbooks. Forgot to sign / watermark piece. Well, I don't watermark anything. I do sign my, like if I do a pin-up or something, I will do that. I'll sign it. I think I'm usually pretty good about that, so I'm not gonna, I'll say no to that one. Stylus / pen death grip. No, I'm gonna say I don't do that one. And I would say, if anything, I'm regularly just like accidentally dropping it, you know, or having it like fly out of my hands and land on the floor or something. I wouldn't say I have a death grip on it, so no. Look, it's my favourite chat. Zooms in. Focuses on details. No one will see. Do I even need to say it? This is my curse. This is the thing that I do that's absolutely ruined me as an artist, and I would probably be so much better off if I didn't do it. I'd be so much more productive. I would have gotten so much more done in my years on this planet if since at least going back to the point where I first started digital art, go back to probably day one when I first got a Windows PC that had a copy of what was then Paintbrush in like Windows 3.1, right? It's like, and this is the magnify tool. This is the thing you're going to use to fix every little detail because you're such an incredibly insecure person. It's like, if I'd never been introduced to that, I would be far better off. But there's elements of digital art that are, you know, it's like where would we be without the undo function, you know? But the magnify tool for me is perhaps just, yeah. I mean, it's something I've talked about on stream a ton. I'm going to talk about it again in the future, I'm sure. It's the thing that I want to weed out of like my process, right? I don't want to be worrying about every little pixel anymore. At least once we get through like the remastered pages, right, where I'm trying to fix up a lot of the bad elements. And once I get into just making new comic pages, I just want to have it be correct and not have to worry about every little fine detail. I want my style to kind of move away from that, right? And I've talked about before as well, but it's not just digital art. Like an element of that is, I think psychologically the reason why I do it is that I had it drummed into me when I was a kid. It's like, you know, when you're doing art at school, it's like you get praised because, very good, John, that's so detailed. And then, you know, after that you're hardwired, it's like, well, now I know what to do. It's like, more detail. And it's like, sometimes, a lot of the time, less really is more, right? Okay, right. We're gonna move on to next row. Last row. We've not got a bingo yet, no. Okay. Gets distracted in the middle of drawing with another idea. Well, I do get ideas while I'm drawing, but I get ideas while I'm doing lots of things, so I don't know if that really counts. No, mostly I'm just trying to fight through until the end, so I don't think I'm really guilty of that one. Hides hands to avoid drawing them. This one I've never really done as well, and I'm sure part of it is just because drawing comics just requires you to draw hands. I've never really been hung up about hands. If I get a hand wrong, then I get it wrong, you know, I'll go back and try and fix it. There's not something I really have like a conscious anxiety about. I do have like a reference hand, a big wooden hand, sitting on the shelf behind me here that I purchased one day from an art store in Aberdeen. And if I really get stuck, I will pull it down off the shelf and use that. Obviously nowadays you can get digital apps and things like that you can have, you can use to help with that stuff as well. So you've got a lot of options. So no, I can't say that. I can't remember ever a time when I've said I just wouldn't draw the hands just to get it out of the way. I don't think I'm guilty of that one. Delicious Anatomy doesn't want to give character clothes. No, and I think that's again. I just want to be a comic artist, I suppose. But if anything, I enjoy the aspect of actually getting to dress the characters and pick out outfits for them and that kind of thing. So I would say, if anything, the opposite of that, right? It's like I would say dressing the characters to me is one of the most interesting elements of drawing characters. So I'm gonna say no to that one. Okay, now same face syndrome. We talked about this a little bit earlier. That's kind of where I was teasing it. I do it to an extent. I try to be conscious about making sure that every character that I design has some kind of a visual element to them in the face, but also in the general design, so that you know that it's them, okay? They have to have like distinctive hair or a distinctive outfit or some combination of these things, right? Or some kind of a visual trademark, so that when they're standing next to, say, 4 or 5 other different characters, you can tell that it's them. But everybody hopefully is at least slightly different. But I admit that it's still something that I have to work on. So I'm gonna cross that one off, I think. Okay, this one, forgot to flip the canvas. Yeah, I talked about this one a lot. It's because I've been working in digital art for so long, and I've had so many times where I leave it too late and don't flip the canvas early on enough in the process or often enough, and then late in the day I realise it's like everything has like a skew to it. And I've talked about this a lot over the years, but I think it's just the way that our eyes process information, I guess. It's like maybe we just have, I've never seen any actual evidence of this, but this is just my theory, I guess, that we just have like a natural skew left to right in terms of the way that we interpret things. So you get to this point where it's like everything just feels like it's tilted a bit too much. So over time, I've had so many bad run-ins with forgetting to flip the canvas that I kind of have developed like that. The voice in the back of my head that says, "John, make sure both sides of the hair are balanced. Make sure both eyes are even." You know, that kind of thing. So I'm always kind of thinking about it. So out of habit, I have gotten better at it, but I will say that I still do it sometimes. It's still a bad habit. I still have to work on it. Yeah. Okay. How did we do? Oh, I didn't get a bingo, did I? It was that background one. If I had the background bad habit, could have got bingo. Or if I said I got distracted all the time, I guess that would have counted as a bingo too. Okay. You win some, you lose. I don't know. Do I want to get a bingo? Is that good? Obviously they're bad habits, so it's like ideally you would not have enough of them to score a bingo, I suppose. That's plenty. Definitely, I would say definitely out of those, the ones I struggle with the most are being too hard on myself and zooms in too much. If I could get over those two things, I think I would be way better off. Okay, chat. We got through that a little bit faster than I thought we did, so we've not really done a full second hour today, but I don't think I don't think there's much point in us jumping into another topic there. I think we could go right to the gaming portion of the stream. This is hour 3. Actually, I've got 1 hour 48 on the clock, so I know that doesn't include the pre-show time when we haven't started yet, but that's enough. Almost 2 hours, so I think we'll go into hour 3. And if we do end up wrapping up a little bit early, that's okay. We're going to play a little bit of well, if you tell you what we're going to play, I suppose I could just go change the thing over. I will be back in a second and we'll get into the gaming section of it. So just bear with me, I will just be a moment. Okay, chat. We finished Super Mario World the other day. We didn't get all 96 exits. But I just said, yeah, we've done enough Super Mario World streams, at least for now. I kind of wanted to move on, just try and keep things fresh and do different things. I had a game on that I purchased on Steam that I thought I could play on Linux with my current streaming setup using Proton, and it didn't work. Well, it did work, but it's just I could tell that it wasn't running, you know, at 100% speed. So it's like I'm not going to play anything if it doesn't run right. It's really tough trying to find something that I can play that's going to be, you know, crowd pleasing, and it's going to bring in viewers the way that Super Mario World did. We did a little stream last night. We did a short stream and it was Twitch only. And I was only on for like a little over an hour. Hold on, where am I? You should be able to see me when I'm talking. I'll bring myself back up. There I am. Okay. Up to the game server. Yeah, so what I was saying was, it's really difficult to find things that I can play on my current system while we're streaming. It seems like that aren't going to die, that will also bring in viewers as well, so we can help to grow the audience for the show as well. And obviously games that I want to play as well. And last night we played a little bit of Ghostbusters, a new Ghostbusters 2 for the NES, and it was our third go around. And we just played it on Twitch. It was just a very short stream. We weren't on YouTube last night. And we made it all the way up to the end, but I just took so many L's along the way. And I feel like I should be able to beat that game by now. I just couldn't do it. I got up to Vigo, and I bungled it too many times. And then it was game over, and I didn't have any more continues, and that was it. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I installed a PS2 emulator because we tried to do a PS2 stream. Must have been a month or two ago now, where we just hooked up my actual PlayStation 2 and we were trying to play Simpsons Road Rage and some other games, and the system just died during the stream, and it was pretty much like I just had to throw up my hands and go, well, I guess that's it, stream's over. So that wasn't great. I can still go back and try and fix up my PS2 actually. Now, I did think, could I just emulate the thing? I've got the discs right here. Could I just emulate the game? Or emulate the system, I should say. And I really don't know if my machine's going to be able to do that. I think it might be a bit too resource intensive actually. I will tinker with it and I will try and see if it's possible, but I would say probably not. If you see me doing it, you'll know that it worked. Anyway, right. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. If there's something that I want to just get into a regular routine of playing, or what I can do. But for tonight, I thought we would just play a little bit of the original Sailor Moon game for the Super Nintendo. Sailor Moon, a big influence on me in terms of like the anime. Watching it in the 90s. Watching it in the 90s in German, believe it or not, it was not on British TV at the time, and there was very little anime on British television at that point. It was like, take what you can get. But yeah, big Sailor Moon fan, big influence on Kirby as well. And just on the things that I sort of, yeah, just on me creatively in general, I suppose. Let me just, hold on, I messed something up here. Okay, there we go. And there are a bunch of... Oh, I should turn off this. Oh, that's Super Mario World. That's the wrong game. Okay. Here we go. Okay, good. Sorry, force of habit. So there's a bunch of Sailor Moon games on the Super Nintendo, and they cross all genres of, there's like, not all genres, but a bunch of genres. There's some scrolling fighting games like this one that are like Final Fight type ones. There's at least one that's like a Street Fighter 2 type fighting game. There's some puzzle games. So you can't spell for choice. We're not playing this to try and finish it tonight because it's like, we're not going to finish it, let's just be realistic. I'm going to be Sailor Jupiter. I did test the game out earlier with Venus, so I will try to be Sailor Jupiter just now. And it is a fairly, I would say, well, it's an enjoyable enough game. As is, there's also Sailor Moon R, which comes after this, which is kind of like a bit of an upgrade of it. Just a bit better. But enjoyable enough. It's not. If you've ever played like Simpsons Arcade or Konami Turtles games, the two Turtles arcade games, it's not on that kind of level, okay? Everything is a bit humdrum compared to those. It's like, it's appealing enough. It's competently done. And it manages to carry over a lot of the vibe of the show, and of the first season of the show in particular, I would say. Really careful on that. Do not turn my back on any of these enemies. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna... I know we're not gonna finish the game today. We're just gonna play through it, and it's just a one-off, I think. I don't think we're gonna be coming back to this one. I do actually own a physical copy of this game for the Super Famicom. And also, I've got one of the puzzle games that came after this, which is like a Tetris type game. But the cartridge doesn't work anymore. It's one of those weird things, but I don't know. It's like it's not a thing where you can just like, oh, it just needs a clean or something. I've tried it in like multiple different machines. I tried to clean it obviously, but the cartridge just simply just died. It's really strange. I think the only Super Famicom or Super Nintendo cartridge that I have, it just is like, oh, this cartridge just does not work anymore. I also have, there's another Sailor Moon game on, I hate these guys, these cannonballing guys. There's another Sailor Moon game for Mega Drive or Genesis if you prefer, which is along the same lines as this one. And it's also pretty good as I recall. I've got that one as well. I don't have Sailor Moon R for the Super Famicom, which I would like to have. It's basically like this, but it's a bit better. It's a bit more sort of... they've added some refinements, just kind of souped it up a bit. See, that's why I hate those guys. They're always launching themselves at you. What I have to do, it's difficult not to take the hit at times. Oh. I didn't get a chance to beat up the car there. You can rough up the car and it doesn't really, as I recall, it doesn't do anything. It's just for cosmetic reasons. It's just like, oh, what if you could? We'll just put that in. Go on, chat. Let me just adjust something here. Something's going wrong. Oh, chat, have I not had this thing, the game on screen this whole time? Oh, that's bad. I'm a bad streamer. Well, you join us right as we, guess I'm getting beat up by this cat person. I've got a bit of sleuthing going on here. Bad now. I feel like I should start the game over. Oh, I'm not doing well. This is a bad performance from my part. That was rubbish. I should be able to do much better than that. He's going to give me a lousy grade. E? Okay. Do be cautious of this whip lady. Do not get hit by the whip. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Do not get hit by the whip, I said. She's still got a little bit of energy. Right, there's a surprise coming up if you've never seen this game before. Here it comes. Oh. And they're riding a train. Look, and there's a dog driving a bus. Too sloppy. go. There's a lot of kind of trying to lure enemies onto the screen in this game, I find. But no, come back over here so I can see what I'm doing when I'm trying to hit you. And also sometimes you end up in a situation like this where you have a couple of guys on one side and some other enemies on the other. You try to fight them off on both sides. Like this. It's very tedious because you like knock them down and then you gotta wait for them to come back. I even had that tag. Look, get the pen up. Get it. Oh. Okay, just narrowly go by there without losing a life. There's so much standing around. Oh. That could work. I mean, if he's stupid enough to keep coming back, and that changes strategy. I might argue. Oh, darn it. Oh, I didn't see this guy coming up behind me. Oh. It's always annoying when the enemy just has that little sliver of energy left. Come on. Oh, I'm fiddle now. Okay. I just worked out past it that time. Chat, it's really, this game was better than I, in my memory than it actually is turning out to be. It sounds more plodding than I recalled it being. And I've played it through plenty of times, I should know what it's like, you know. So much of it's like kick a guy off the screen, wait for him to come back, kick a guy, wait for him to come back, kick a guy, and then maybe sometimes there'll be a guy on the other side of the screen, you're disposing of him as well. Send him at 2 o'clock. Here he is. I'm at 2:15. I'm at 2:30. I'm at 2:45. I'm at 3 o'clock. Anybody else? Oh. Oh. Wrong place, wrong time. I'm gonna keep getting caught out. Jumped right into that. I couldn't believe it won actually. I thought I was definitely gonna die there. I'm a solid C student apparently. Okay, we'll see how long we can stay in the game for. The best thing you guys could do is actually just stay down. Accept that you're beaten, just let me progress through the stage. You have to keep coming back. Oh. Worst thing you can ever do is actually turn your backs on these guys and give them an opportunity to, you know, land a strike on you. I love the implication that Sailor Jupiter's just gonna stop mid-fight to chug this whole canister. Like Stan Smith style. Polar bears shouldn't give this their babies. It didn't do her much good anyway, because that didn't really fill up the bar much. Some donuts, I guess? I assume that's supposed to be donuts. Oh no! I got carried away. I should have just stayed in that safe point in the center of the screen. I continue so. Thank you, there's so many kicks today. Come on. This is ridiculous. Let's zap this guy and go. Oh. Okay, landed right in my lap. So did that guy. Gee, where are these losers? Oh, the lava. this is getting ridiculous. Where are these guys coming from? What's going on up there above us? Finally, we made it to the top. Let's get this. This was the game's courage. Evil Sailor Moon. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we can still do this. Thanks, sorry, I missed your comment. I don't know if you're still here, but hello if you are. I wonder, chat, how much further we're going to get in the game before I totally run out of lives and continues. Sometimes it's easier to just pound on them instead of waiting all day for them to. I don't know if I should say it's easier, but sometimes you just get sick of waiting for them to get back up. And it's like I'll just start thumping them. Punch them repeatedly to try and wear them down so you're not standing around all day. Missed them. I saw that guy coming right up behind me, right? Not responding now. Right, I'm getting too sloppy now. I think a big part of the problem that this game has is a lot of the music and the vibes are very appropriate for the show, but it's like too sedate for the game, right? For the game you need something a bit more lively. This music is a bit too somber, too reflective, and it's like we need some excitement in here. And you couple that with the fact that so much of it is just us standing around and waiting for bad guys to get back up so we can kick him again. And, it makes for a very dry experience. Oh, come on. I just snuck in here. Ah, there's still more of them. Okay, we're on to the next section, I guess. Ah. Okay, we're still on this. Okay, that was a good sequence. One of them's still alive. Careful. You watched me play New Ghostbusters 2 last night. Whenever I start going careful, that's when things are getting bad. I'm starting to proceed very cautiously at that point. Because I'm expecting to make a mistake. Okay. We must be almost done with this bunch. Oh, missed him. Who's even here? Oh, there we go. Oops. I really am the number of enemies and dangerous enemies who have a lot more energy to wear down. Let's move on. A slice of cake, that's useful. Careful, whoa. Almost got boxed in there. Anybody else? This guy? He's got a lot more energy than the other guys. Shooting in the wrong direction. Oh. Well, we'll come this far, we've got to continue. Sonic booming like crazy. Walk into it, John. Guy thinks he's Guile. worked. It took so much damage though. D-grade roll. Screw you, Tuxedo Mask. I'm doing my best here. Oh, we're nearing the end now, surely. I can't remember, but I think this is like... I didn't take too much damage. It's not a lot of energy. Right, I'm trying to pick my moments strategically when I'm going to take that slice of cake. Just end up taking some damage here, you know. It fills up more of my bar once I've taken some hits, and that's a better decision. So right now I only have, you know, taking a lot of damage. Okay. Be careful not to miss and not to catch me like that. Okay, they're really swarming me now. Kicks all around. Just dispensing kicks all day to whoever wants them. I'm going to play the long game here because I don't want to let them swarm me. I think this might be my last continue as well, so I've got to be really strategic here. Oh, jeez. Scared the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting like a jump scare in this game, but there you go. But you think you've got everything in control, and then it just dives in from the top of the screen at you. Okay, right, let's go. I've got an extra life, that's welcome. I need it, I'm sure. Just this guy now, I think. Be patient. There we go, that's him done. Yeah. See, again to fist fights with him. Gonna take more damage. It's with him quicker, but at this stage in the game, but I should be thoughtful about, reserving my energy and not taking too many hits. Oh, okay. Oh. Don't waste too much energy. Oh. Thank you, girl. I don't know why she just happened to have a Super Famicom cartridge lying around, but fair enough. I have to spam kick attacks to get through here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. If they're not smart enough to come up with a strategy against it, who might argue? I did not expect to get up to this point in the game tonight, to be honest with you. I really thought we'd just play it for a little bit and see how we get on, but somehow we've made it here. Right, if I'm gonna fight Daryl, I do not want to lose. Because we were just playing Ghostbusters 2 last night and I lost to Vigo right at the end, so... I don't want to lose to 2 final bosses in a row. Kick for you. A kick for you. Stay down. Okay, that's him. Well, that was too close. quicker in disposing of them. The problem is, every time I'm stealing, that was what leaves me going to the other one who's coming back. Are you going to fight me or are you going to sit there? Oh, here we go. Right, he's going to charge at me with that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, let him charge then. Ah. Let him charge instead of him. Oh. That's dead. Oops. Oh no, he's stabbing me. Oh no. Get out of there. He's swinging his sword around. Worked though. Oh, that worked. Okay, right. We're still on this. Okay. He definitely has moments where he's prone, but not always when you'd think. Looking at him spamming the joy. No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. What did we get him with? I've got no chance against Barrel now. I'm done, aren't I? Probably my best chance is look at these guys. I'll throw them. But no, I'm not even going to get a chance to do that. Oh, I do have a continue. Oh, okay. I really thought that was it. What's happening? That's very tricky if you... That does work though. Okay, picking up another enemy. I'm like suplex them in her direction. Is effective. Oh, that also hurt. Okay. Oh no, that's it. Okay. Well, the one thing I didn't want to do, I said, was don't lose to the final boss. But then, I wasn't even expecting to get that far, to be honest with you, so... It would have been nice to finish it. But it's not to be for tonight. Okay. Oh, that's 3 hours. When we started the stream tonight, I did not know if I was going to be able to physically get through doing all 3 hours stream, but that's 3 hours and 5, so... Once I got into the game there, time did kind of fly by. We're going to be back tomorrow. I really am trying. I'm really trying, chat. I'm really trying to be diligent. I'm trying to work through. Music to accompany me as I do my outro. I'm trying to be really diligent this week and maintain at least some kind of a consistent streaming schedule. I know last night we didn't get to do a full stream, and we weren't even on YouTube last night either, we were just on Twitch, so just for like an hour playing Ghostbusters 2, but at least that was something, right? I felt like it's important that I should at least turn up and be present. Yeah, tomorrow night we will be back, we will do... I'm determined I'm going to be when I get tomorrow night. I'm going to do the usual thing, right? Our one's going to be art stream. Hopefully I'm going to be a bit closer to having that page 10 finished by then, right? I don't think it's going to be finished, but I think it'll be closer to being finished. Then hour 2. I think tomorrow, hour 2 is going to be subject to change, but we might do some online shopping or something, right? Window shopping, we're not going to buy anything. At least that's not the plan. I think maybe we'll go and look at some weird bootleg toys or something like that. And then hour 3, we're gonna play something else. They've had 2 losses and they've about 2 games I couldn't finish. So I don't know how tomorrow's going to play out. I haven't decided yet what we're going to play. I'll have to figure it out. I'm going to set aside some time to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, I'm worn out. I'm going to engage in some self-care tonight, chat. I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to have an early night. Get some rest. And, I'm going to try and be up and around during daylight hours as much as possible, which at this time in December, in the north of Scotland does not mean much, right? Daylight hours don't amount to much at all. But I think it's good for my mental health, and see if I can get outside for a little bit and maybe you know, see some sunshine for the first time in days, I don't know. That'd be nice too. I've got to get outside, I need to get groceries at some point as well, so... Yeah, beyond a certain point, I work much choice in the matter. Yeah. That's the plan for tomorrow. And tomorrow's Wednesday, so if we get to that point, we're like halfway through the week. Thank you so much for being here with me on CORBIE. It means a lot to me, even if people just like pop in for a little bit, you know. And I know chat's been, I've seen some people in chat tonight. I haven't had the chance to respond to any of you because I was just so engrossed in the game there. I've got to pick other games that I know are going to bring in more viewers. I didn't expect that Sailor Moon was going to, anybody was going to be wanting to, want to watch this particular game. I just thought I would like to play it for a little while. Okay, right. I'll do my usual thing. I'm rambling. Thank you so much for being here. Do check out CORBIE at VHCMC.com, and you can find me also on Mastodon, Threads, Instagram, a bunch of other places I'm forgetting. Those are the main ones. On Tumblr as well. I'm still on Tumblr. I'm not as active on Tumblr since Turtles unfinished, but I am still there. Yeah, a bunch of places. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, and I will see you for the next show, which should be at about 6 PM tomorrow evening, or thereabouts. You know, I'm never exactly on time, but I do my best. I hope to see you for the next edition of Club CORBIE. Yeah!